If you haven't been able to lose the weight yet, there's a very simple but hidden reason. In this video, I'll explain what the problem is and what you need to do to solve it. Because when you solve it, you'll practically guarantee that you'll achieve your target weight and maintain it for life. So here's the big problem. Most weight loss advice focuses on the physical stuff, namely diet and exercise guidelines. Of course, that information is important to know, but just knowing it doesn't get results. You have to be able to apply it consistently, and that's difficult from a mental standpoint. The result is that we tend to follow it some of the time, these guidelines we've received. We eat right and exercise, but then temptation gets the better of us. We delight ourselves with very tasty, yet very fattening foods. So we undo the progress we made when we did things right, taking us back to square one. And that, in a nutshell, is the big problem. If it wasn't for this, weight loss would be a breeze. It's that overwhelming power of temptation that undoes us. Chances are, you became overweight in the first place because you developed the habit of eating unhealthy foods, the kind typically high in harmful fats and simple sugars. The problem with eating these foods is not only that they are calorie dense, but that they trigger a response in our brains which causes us to eat large amounts of them in each sitting. Once we start eating them, we find it extremely difficult to stop. But not all of us are tempted by these foods. Talking from personal experience, I used to love all these foods, but now I'm just not interested. The reason is that I see them differently. And when you learn to see them the same way, you won't be tempted by them anymore, and the weight will just disappear. When you are tempted by them, you see them in an altogether too positive light. Your focus is on the pleasure they give you, so you think of them as intrinsically good or beneficial. But when we actually weigh everything up, we realize they do us far more harm than good. They damage our bodies, they ruin our health, and they shorten our lifespan. That's all the obvious physical stuff, but what you might not realize, what less of us realize, is that they have a massively negative emotional impact because they make us unhappy with our bodies, and that can reduce our self-esteem and confidence, which in turn can have profound effects on the decisions we make in life, with respect to our career, for example. So they can end up having a huge impact on our overall quality of life. When you start seeing these foods in a negative light, you won't be tempted by them anymore. Weight loss will become inevitable, a kind of effortless, natural process. That's the key secret of people who naturally eat well and are slim as a result. They avoid the bad stuff. They think about food differently, so they are naturally inclined to make different eating choices most of the time. They don't have to force themselves to eat well, they just do it because they want to. When you think like them, you'll start behaving like them, because the way we think affects how we feel and how we behave. You'll learn how to make this change inside my free program at alirangwala.com. You'll find a link right below this video. It's literally 100% free. You don't have to pay any shipping charges. There's no nonsense of any kind. You get everything you need to lose the weight and keep it off for life. Thanks very much for watching. Wish you a great day. Take care.